About 4 years ago, I bought this book, Emancipatory Perspectives on Madness by Marie Brown and Robin Brown. And I actually got to meet Marie a couple of times and Robin as well. And it was uncanny how much it aligned with Neurodiversity Gifts, my course, which really makes me believe that there's this larger understanding that's dawning within humanity about the understanding of the mind. Like the dean of my seminary, Dr. Joel Green, said, there's a paradigm shift in the magnitude of Galileos coming in our lifetime, and it's going to happen in the field of consciousness studies, mental health. And so this is sort of an academic take on this paradigm shift, and Neurodiversity Gifts, I think, is sort of a happy-go-lucky, boiled down pop take on it, with the academic backing, but it's maybe more digestible. But as I was looking for this book and started rereading it, so it was published in 2020, and I'd already produced Neurodiversity Gifts by then. I wanted to find the book because there was a story about epigenetic memory that gets passed down, and psychiatric symptoms could actually be seen as a way of preserving the family and also processing some of those past ancestral memories. And so I was looking for it for ages, and I just found it, and I've started rereading it. I think it'd be cool to give little commentaries as I go through it because it's really, really well done. I thoroughly enjoy this book, and I think there's a lot that we can get from it. And I was just on page 7, which is a good number. And it says this. It says a well-known example from the research literature is the paradox of insight, whereby individuals who ascribe to a disease conceptualization of their experiences have higher rates of demoralization, depression, and lower quality of life than those who lack insight. Similarly, there's the finding that people who recover from schizophrenia are those who are able to disidentify with being sick. Non-causal narratives that emphasize creativity, spirituality, or personal renewal may therefore bring about a sense of possibility, directly impacting the lives of people by connecting them to alternative ways of viewing their experiences. So that's what I've discovered. That's literally what Neurodiversity Gifts is these different modalities, these different ways of viewing our experiences as a rebirth, a transformation. And I was given the disease model when I was first diagnosed with bipolar, and it became a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, oh, you're broken, you're sick in the head, you're mentally ill, you may want to lower your expectations about life. And then that became a self-fulfilling prophecy, and life started sucking. Until I discovered these other paradigms, which I was initially introduced to by Sean Blackwell. And then that became a self-fulfilling prophecy that there's something more here. We're beings of meaning and purpose. Like the existential psychologist Viktor Frankl said, a person who has a why can deal with almost any how. When we have a reason, when there's meaning and purpose in our lives, it allows us to kind of have this strength even through hard times. And so that's what he found in the Nazi concentration camps. People who had a reason for being, even for as simple as putting on lipstick every day, were the ones who tended to survive. So I think this is really important, maybe to supplement the disease model or the biomedical model. We don't have to completely replace it. Maybe it's something like Hegel's thesis, antithesis, and then synthesis. But we need this antithesis that it's not necessarily only a disease, but that there's a possibility, a renewal, a spiritual approach, a creative approach. And these kinds of things can introduce a bridge from the biomedical model more towards higher dimensional models. And I think neurodiversity can be a cool bridge to link those two worlds. So I've got quite a few more. I took extensive notes at the back of this book about all the things that stood out to me. So I think as I go through the book, I'll just create these little videos. What do you think? Like, has changing the narrative, the story about your mental health condition, or even the nature of reality, has that affected your life? Has it produced different outcomes, different perspective, different hope? Because I really have found that within my own life, and I see it time and time in the groups that I facilitate as well. Because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.